And here we go.
Suggs for the win! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Jesperson, half-court lead for the win!
Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship!
And the next stop on the Purdue Redemption Tour is the Final Four!
Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4. No, I'm not stopping, Jake. If you're watching YouTube, you just saw it's just me sitting here.
Take two.
And action. Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the D1 and Done podcast, presented by, as always, still reading my lines. Screw it. Take 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Leave all this in, please. Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the D1 and Done podcast, which is brought to you by the official Mountain West correspondent and the benefactors of the podcast, the Hagen Hall Boys. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm not talking in a while. I hope you're doing okay. Is our sponsor alive? Do we know? Are we in payments?
I was about to ask, who are the Hagen Hall boys? I'm
Well,
assuming Hagen Hall is a Purdue.
Whoa. This is like our whole sponsor. We can't reveal.
It is a dorm on a campus.
This is like
Okay, that's what I was going to assume.
it's like Banksy, like he doesn't want to know his real identity. So that's who our sponsor is.
Well, they're picking a shitty conference.
And no, he has not paid us in a while.
Yeah. You know what? No sponsor today. Season 3, Episode 4, sponsored by no one today. But you can follow us on social media, though, which I'm sure is somewhere on the screen right now. Shout out to you right there.
Yeah, that way.
Towards that way. Yeah, that way. You can also email the pod at d1anddonepod@gmail.com.
I should check that.
Please check that, Jake, producer Jake. Well-oiled machine around here. Please leave a like, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and leave a review. And please give us 5 stars. And watch us on Twitter. And if you do, you can watch me read off a script every time because I'm still learning the ropes. Please watch us on Twitter. It's a hoot. We're at Dusty's lovely home and his great setup in here. So please watch us there. And yeah, if you're new to the pod or a long-time listener, today is me, my 2 brothers, 3 mills, 1 pod. Some might even call it our, I'm not sure what Jake's showing over there. It's
LeBron in a BYU jersey.
Soak it all in. But one of our normal correspondents, Robbie, is not here. If you watched our last show, we broke some major news about him. So there's a teaser for you to go back and, listen or watch.
Find out what's going on. Could be good, could be bad.
Absolutely. He may never come back for
Maybe in prison.
But so it's kind of a fluid situation. We don't really know, how often Rob would be on, but we would love to have him on anytime. But maybe it's because Oakland just almost beat his Boilermakers. But
well, that's what I was going to tell the people.
which I'm really glad. We almost became Oakland almost added to Purdue, Kentucky's, awful Eskimo brother list. So with St. Peter's. So I'm glad they did not. Shout Robbie.
You guys get it in basketball and I get it in football.
In what sense?
South Florida. No, I was saying losing to teams that you're not supposed to lose to.
South Florida football is not Oakland basketball.
That's a stretch.
Maybe Georgia Southern a decade ago, but that's enough about Florida football. They got smoked over the weekend. Meow.
They had a game this weekend?
Yes, they did.
Huh.
So yeah, that's our long, great intro. Again, I'm Nick. To my right is my brother Dusty, who played collegiate basketball at Kentucky. Who cares? And
Ball State.
And Ball State. Thank you. Everyone cares about that. And to the left of me, I guess you're right, is our producer, who's kind of the backup quarterback on the team now with Robbie out. So, again, 3 mills, 1 pod. Yeah, we're going to just recap everything we missed from our preview show. Please go listen to that. And also, for the people out there, we are recording, was it Tuesday at 6:35? So Eastern, thank you. So Kentucky Louisville is going to tip off an hour and a half. So when you listen to this, you will know the results. We will not. So if you're confused, and Jake Skaters plays the Seminoles. So
in 26 minutes.
Yeah. So if you're like, why the heck didn't I talk about it? That is why we will preview it later on, which will be meaningless to you. All right, boys, we're just going to hop right into it since I kind of,
Well, since they will see this after. Just real quick.
Okay.
Score predictions for tonight's Kentucky Louisville game.
I like that.
Dusty, you can go ahead.
We just saw that the
I can get these on socials by half.
the spread has risen for, you guys said 3.5 to 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
I watched one half of Louisville so far, and they do look fun. They have a lot of energy. I'm going to be biased and say Kentucky wins tonight, 81-78.
Doing the top of my head here, I believe Kentucky's only lost to Louisville twice since 2010, give or take.
It's 2013.
Maybe 3 times. Oh, three, because I forgot about the Chris Mack COVID year when he called his chickens. So I believe, 3 times since 2010. So we have owned this rivalry, which, always makes you concerned, but screw it.
Are any of those wins vacated for Louisville?
That's a great, 2013 might be vacated.
So they've only beat you twice.
And one of them's COVID-ish, so they've beat us one
for
time
Brady.
since Shell Brady, a fan of the pod. I'll go Kentucky 84, Louisville 79. You want to go Cats prediction or Gators prediction, Jake?
I'm going to go stick with this one. I'm going to stay. Florida's a 20-point favorite against Florida State. Against a win. Again, the coach at Florida State has never coached until this year before.
They beat.
So Florida's going to win by 25 or 30. And then the Cats, I believe, do drop an L tonight in a overtime matchup of 92-91.
I like that. Little OT.
It's going to have Brian's blood boiling.
Hey, man, Louisville's good.
We're going to have to do a
to
live
are
stream
good.
of Brian.
They're
Louisville's really
After
good.
retirement, we're going to have to do a live stream of a Kentucky game with Brian on it.
That'd be great. So yeah, you'll know the results. You'll know how wrong or right we are as you're listening. So, but boys, this is our first podcast in maybe 2-ish weeks. Last time we pod was Halloween. We did our preview show. Please go listen to that. So yeah, Crab, I know we talked beforehand. You have a headline. What are you gonna give us here today?
I have two quick ones. The first one we can talk about if we want. That's not the fun one, so I'll get that. I'll get the fun one out of the way.
Okay.
Let's talk about old Jacob Wilkins. For
Who?
those that don't know, Dominique's son.
The first thing I have on here is
No
Jake
kidding.
Wilkins for my prep. Jake, baby highlight.
Baby highlight. That's on my notes too. So baby highlight from Grayson, Georgia. Chose Georgia over Virginia. For those that don't know, his dad Dominique is a Hall of Famer. Went to Georgia as well. Won the state title at Grayson High School his junior year, and had one of the sickest dunks you'll ever see. Shout out to Gerald Green.
Dang it. Very good.
Taking off your
New
stuff.
York Jet or New York
against
Jets.
Morehead State.
Jersey Nets.
So if you're listening, go look at Jake Wilkins against Morehead State last week. The dunk was unreal.
It's on our socials. It's been retweeted.
So there, we just sped up the podcast by having the same.
Literally, it's my first bullet point is
Yeah.
Jake baby highlight Wilkins.
If you guys didn't see, I was very shocked when you said that. I was thinking, Noblesville High School legend. There's a guy named Dominique Burris. I was thinking you were saying his son was at Georgia dunking on people. That's what.
Shout out Don Burris.
But yeah, shout out Dominique Wilkins. But I've not seen this yet, by the way. Isn't that nasty?
Oh, you know the Gerald Green dunk, right?
I know.
In
the Jersey Nets.
transition,
It was against the Rockets.
Yeah. And it's in transition. I literally thought the roof was going to blow off of Georgia Stadium.
Yeah, I guess it
And
blew off.
We know how Mike White is with the athletic guys.
And I
on his
guess it
roster.
blew off against Morehead instead. So that's a good thing. And so, Crab, what was your
My second one is the whole thing where we have to dive deep. I know if Robbie is here, the podcast would be 45 minutes longer if I brought this up. But I did find it interesting that Houston did jump Purdue in the rankings. I mean, I just did the stats. Purdue beat Evansville by 31, dropped to 82 points, beat Oakland by 10. I know that it was close in the second half, scored 87 points. Houston, who's known for defense, beat Lehigh by 18, beat Towson by 17. Point differential, Purdue was plus 41, Houston was plus 35. I just thought that was wild that after 2 weeks, they would just, or a week, they would just jump them. So
I have a theory.
please?
Purdue has had this since the other Harper half-court shot to beat them as number one in 2023 or in 2022
They've had what?
when Rutgers beat them. Purdue,
Yeah,
they were number one in the country.
at the rack.
What was your original point though? Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. So since then,
I
Purdue's
see
always
what
had this little, like a rain cloud above them that when they're number one, that they might get upset. I think it's been a running thing. So I think they made a jump towards it where I think the AP voters want to have a little bit of mix up as things go on throughout the year versus other sports where, the top 2 or 3 teams don't really change as much. But I think that the AP voters are going to have a lot of movement this year in terms of week to week stuff like that, just to keep things interesting.
I guess, Crab, to your point, like it was so interesting about like there's no injuries. Like it was just so, I guess, unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like nothing was like wrong,
Yeah,
but
it's like sending a message.
because like if you're an AP voter, I imagine like one weekend you want to spend as little time as possible on your rankings because like what's the point? Like so like why would you go out of your way to just switch Houston over Purdue. Like, because it means nothing, but it's just
Correct.
like
It means absolutely nothing.
but it's like more like why did they do
Yeah,
that? Like
I
why did they go to the effort?
I just don't think I've ever seen that non-conference play where you're both playing, mid-major teams. I was going to say a different word, but I won't. I'm sorry. To
50 teams?
I want to say meaningless, but Oakland's won, so that's unfair for me to say. And Evansville. So, but yeah,
Proximity
I've just
too.
never seen that when they both. It's not like Braden Smith hit a 3 at the buzzer to win by 1.
Or like someone got hurt. I guess
Yeah.
TKR's not
He
played.
hasn't played.
So
That's
maybe
the other part that's interesting.
so is that maybe that taking count? Like
I don't know.
they don't have.
I
So,
just thought that was interesting. So, but that's all I had. So continue.
I didn't even notice that until you said that. So yeah, it's just so like you said. Just what's the point?
Yeah,
Say-
random.
yeah. And Jake, do you have anything else other than Mr. Wilkins's son's ferocious dunk?
I mean, I have a few other things on this list, but I'm sure we'll get into them. But that was definitely my highlight going into it as baby highlight Wilkins.
Sorry for stealing your thunder.
And I believe
It was a slam
shout
dunk.
out to him.
Headline.
For those who don't know, I am not Jacob Mills. My legal name is just Jake, and I believe his is just Jake.
No, he's Jacob.
Oh, I thought
No, I
Wikipedia is
looked
wrong
it
on
up.
that. Damn it! I didn't realize it was Jacob.
Yeah, don't get
I
wrong.
believe his middle name's Dominique. I think it's Jacob Dominique.
It's not baby
Wilkins.
highlight.
Well, now it is, but
I gotta look at that highlight. I've not seen it yet. Speaking of headlines, my headline for over the weekend was Friday night. UNC knocked off Kansas 87-74. Very notable. Also, these two teams played. It was in not Cameron Indoor. The Dean Dome. Is that what their place is called? UNC's?
The Hill. I call it the Hill.
The
it's
Hill.
in Chapel Hill. Yeah,
The Chapel Bill.
I think
Shout
Dean
out.
Dome is correct.
People call it that, right?
Yeah, I
So-
don't know the actual name.
Roy Williams Court.
Dean Smith Center. I think that's what it's called. Irregardless,
This is my job. to look this up.
Kansas win there. I guess I should say this is a big one for Hubert. His seat was, I don't know if it was hot per se, but it was warm-ish. He's on the warm-ish sheet coming the season, so big win also start off the year. Kansas led by 8 at halftime, but UNC outscored them 58-37 second half. Most notably, Caleb Wilson, the freshman not part of the big 3, as we've all talked about, had 24 points. Jake, do you know the Zona transfer at UNC? Is it Visar?
Yeah.
Visar had 20 as well. He looked really good. But on the Kansas side, Darren Peterson had 22. He's only started in double digits. And real quick on Kansas, they're down to 30th in
The
KenPom.
Dean E. Smith Center.
The Dean E. Smith Center. So shout out Dean Smith.
Do you think Dean got Dome?
Kansas is 30th in KenPom, which is kind of crazy.
This is why Robbie's on
When
the
you-
pod.
When you think about that, like, it's kind of crazy that, like, Kansas is, like, so, like, Darren Pearson dependent. Like, I feel like that should not happen in a school like Kansas. So, again, things can change, but I'm sure, like, El Marco Jackson is a junior. He was a 5-star recruit, and he just doesn't even start, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mentioned Kansas and Darren Pearson, all this, because the most notable part about this game, so I mentioned Caleb Wilson had 24. Did you guys see his little comments after the game?
Was
I
you see his
did
comments
not.
before the game?
Maybe we're saying the same thing. What?
He single-handedly called for a whiteout, and that entire place showed up for a whiteout.
So, no, I did not see
Like that morning, he had put on social media, "Hey, let's make it a whiteout tonight," and literally, no UNC Twitter account, no AD post, nothing that, just his social media, and that place was about 90% white.
Like shirts, or
Yeah.
the crowd was 9% white.
No, we're not. We're talking about North Carolina, not BYU.
Okay. So yeah, even more interesting quotes after game. Jake, I should have found it, but he made some interesting quotes about how motivated he was for his basketball game, because he said something along the lines of he was on Darren Pearson's team for the McDonald's All-American game, and he did not get to shoot too much, and that stuck with them. And he revealed to the journalists there that Darren Pearson was his wallpaper, and apparently he like kind of Michael Jordan's in, just has like motivating pictures as his
I got the
wallpaper.
quote.
Yeah, here's the quote.
In quote, it was personal for me. My wallpaper, in quote, my wallpaper today was me feeling at the McDonald's All-American game when I didn't touch the ball. And Darren Peterson was on my team. So that was my wallpaper. It was personal.
And he balled out too. So I love this Caleb Wilson guy. I'm sure we'll get to him later. Koa Pete looked great, Jake. I don't want to reveal another guy. I'm going to get to him on performances to look out for. But this freshman class may not just be the big 3. So shout UNC, shout Hubert, shout Caleb Wilson. And yeah, heck of a win, especially after their slow first half. So did you guys see that game at all?
Oh, yeah. You could definitely feel the rumbles coming like a volcano inside of the Dean Dome, even through the screen. Like you could just definitely tell it. The second half, they were getting ready to pop. But I have a question about this Kansas team.
Mm.
Is Darren Peterson to Kansas what Ben Simmons should have been for LSU? The top-tier talent that is going to carry a team that's not very good, but they're going to be, probably anywhere from a 5 to a 9 seed in the tournament. If things, preseason predictions. And then I think
and
that
then
he
you don't
can,
want to play them in the
yeah,
tournament.
you don't want to play him, but he is so damn talented and gifted. But the difference was Ben Simmons, right? They missed the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Famously
Missed the tournament, and
Anthony
he
Edwards
was
did
supposed to be the
too.
next one, the next big great thing after, for college basketball, and kind of just didn't pan out that way for that season. But Peterson, I think, has that ability to truly be the one that carries this team to anywhere they go for the rest of the season. Because they're really, outside of him, they're not.
So you
very
be Ben
good.
Simmons or Carmelo is basically what we're getting at.
That's a very good point. Well, yeah, but Melo, he's got to win the national championship to truly get the
that was my
comparison.
point. I'm saying
Yeah, now that you mention,
two extremes.
Has there anyone who's been like in the middle, just like a 4 or 5? Cause I think of Ja, but like they were a 12, right? Like who's like, I guess Steph is it, but again, they're not one and dones either. Like there's really, I feel like, not been a 5, 6, 7 seed with a 1 and done just carrying them. It's kind of, like you said, it's kind of the extremes.
Ayton, maybe DeAndre Ayton, and then they got
Even
flushed
they
by.
had a pretty good team though.
They were 3 seed.
They were 4 seed. They lost to who?
Buffalo.
And then Kentucky beat Buffalo that year.
Sure, there's probably someone obvious we're missing. I guess to answer your question, though, in theory, he shouldn't be this because it's Kansas basketball. He should not have to be Carmelo or Ben Simmons. Like, it just should be like Fleury and, I can't say it, shout went to Kokomo. 8 points, 7 boards. Like, it just feels like, again, they're 30th in KenPom. And they were picked, 4th or 5th in the Big 12 beforehand? Like, they're just kind of, as of now, they just seem like they're, kind of, you're saying, Jake, just kind of like a 4, 5, 6 seed, which is pretty crazy considering their past few years with results. Crab, you got anything on this?
Nope.
Perfect. Good stuff, everyone. All right. Yeah, we'll just hit on some games we missed, and you and Jake, I know you have other notes, so please chime in wherever, or actually, is there anything you want to hit on too as we hit on things that we missed since we last spoke?
One of the things, and I know it's on this list of games that we have listed here, but IU on Sunday afternoon. For those YouTube TV viewers, I'm sorry you didn't get to watch this. Shout out to Fubo. No free ads, but we'll take it from them.
Mm-hmm.
IU put the smack down in Chicago on Sunday at 1:00 on Marquette. And I have a question, and maybe we can rattle through these. After just game one, maybe a little overhyped, but are we looking possibly, could we have one of the best father-son duos in college basketball?
Ever or
Can't
currently?
say right now who else would it be.
Well, I'm just saying ever. How many, what are some notable ones that you guys can think of?
Tubby and Saul Smith.
That's what I was trying to make a list. There's not a lot of them.
He was on the team.
No, he wasn't actually.
It's a great question. For people who don't know, he's referencing Tucker DeVries, the player who had 29 against Marquette.
24 in the first half, I believe.
And then his father, obviously Darren DeVries. Crap. I mean, this is not really my area of expertise.
Which goes back to the controversy last year. Did he really fake the injury, or what?
Sorry, Mountaineer fans.
Yeah, sorry,
out there.
West Virginia.
It's a great question. Because I think of McCollum's is Detroit, but obviously they didn't make the tournament.
Creighton.
Oh,
so that's
great.
So the two big ones are that, and then
not that I think about them all the time or anything.
They have a big one tonight.
They do.
That's on my list,
so it's McDermott's, and then Jim and Buddy Boeheim are the two big ones that I thought.
Oh
of.
no, the Pearls.
Oh yeah, Steven and Bruce.
Yeah.
You can forget Steven of Tennessee, basketball player. That's
a great question.
Either if you're like I don't want to say old head, but more an experienced college basketball fan. If there's someone we're just not thinking from like the 70s or 80s.
No, I got it. Pete Maravich played for his dad.
And Dick and Tony Bennett.
Okay, I think Maravich has the crown. I don't think you can.
Never made the tournament though.
Okay, he's an all-time leading scorer.
It's a fair point. My God,
the arena
Doug was so good.
The arena's named after his dad.
Wait, no, it's named after him.
I think it's named after Pete. I
thought it was his dad.
I thought it was called
I think it's Pete Maravich Center. I think.
Okay.
Hey, this is a great poll. Who is the best father-son duo? Please let us know. I have a Pete Maravich take. I don't know if I want to reveal because my dad really likes Pete Maravich. So
he's never going to listen to this.
Correct.
What is it?
A little gimmicky. It didn't really win any basketballs. Just his son would score up 60 points. It's a take I don't really believe, but I mean, No, am I
So like,
alone?
you're talking about like the small town high school, like
Like, was
I'm
it
just gonna let my
really
kids
a
shoot every
winning-
shot.
Which again, if you're an LSU fan, who cares? It's also the all-time leading scorer. It's kind of lukewarm. It's kind of gimmicky basketball. I'm gonna say, was the purpose to win basketball? Is kind of
Did you guys know that he
my point.
Rest in peace. You guys know that he retired from the NBA because he, and this is a quote that you can find, I'm paraphrasing it, that he didn't want to die playing a game, and then he died while playing a pickup game like 7-8 years later with a heart attack, having a heart attack, which is heartbreaking, but it's crazy that he retired from the NBA because of that, and then it actually happened. But
You're really gonna say after I just kind of kind of belittled his?
yeah.
No, we
By the way,
don't.
another father son we just forgot about. Shout out to Indiana. Ron and RJ Hunter.
Ron and RJ Hunter.
Oh,
Great
and,
call.
and Bob and Pat Knight. I think Pat was a walk-on.
Pat's currently the coach at Marion.
He's coaching Mary. So, all right, that's our first segment of the show,
Yeah.
brother talk, or father-son duo talk. Best brother podcast. This one right here.
Boom.
3 Mills, 1 pod. All right, I'm just gonna hit some notable results we missed since we last been podcasting, and we can say anything else you want to say from there. Jake Gators did lose to Arizona opening night, 93-87. Yeah, real quick, anything you want to say about that game?
Arizona played a hell of a game. It was a great game, honestly, from start to finish. Gators, I think, you don't want to I'm not going to be the guy here to be like, that's a good loss. But in theory, it's like the game doesn't matter in the sense of the year. You have some new parts of a roster coming back. You have some guys that need to step up, and by God, Tommy Houck is amazing. 27-8. But yeah, the star of the show was definitely Koa Pete, Mr. Arizona, which is an awesome nickname. Was Mr. Basketball his sophomore and senior year.
So I didn't know on him. Should I just dive into that real quick?
Yeah.
Please.
Did you know that he's the son of Todd Pete, who's
The
an
offensive lineman.
offensive guard in the NFL for the Cardinals and Raiders, played 9 years. His mom was a 3-sport athlete in high school. He's the youngest of 7.
Yep.
And if you go look him up, all of them played college ball.
Every single one of them played Division I athletics.
Yeah.
Also-
Stud family.
They
and
have no student debt in that family.
No.
and his first name Koa. Do you know what's Hawaiian for?
The greatest or
Courage.
Strong warrior.
strong warrior. I know
So he's about to be a baller.
Was Tua Hawaiian for? Do you know?
Dolphin.
broken brain.
Damn, cut that.
After Dusty draws the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout Koa Pete looked awesome. The other freshman BYU beat Nova 71-66. Shout to them. Brad, something Lindsay for Villanova looked really good.
Lindsay.
Lindsay looked really good. Shout to him. The other thing from opening night, I'll say Boise State later for the funnies. Shout out your boy Dusty Stephen Pearl avoided a upset loss to Bethune-Cookman.
Nevin's
Two.
funny.
Oh, did they have
They were tied in their second game. They were, I believe, either tied or down at half. Now they end up. I'm spacing on who they're playing, but they end up winning by like 19 or 20 or something like that. But there's been 2 halftimes of sweats going on for the Pearl family.
Shout out the Pearls. Again, we'll get to Boise later and whatever happened to them. Last Tuesday, Duke beat Texas 75-60. So Cam Boozer starts, I think it was scoreless for a lot of this game. He had
First half
double digits.
scoreless, over 7.
Real quick, you see, one you just did a trivia time. I have a little trivia for you guys. So Cam Boozer won 2 Gatorade Players of the Year, 1 of 4 players to do that. You think you can at least get, so 2 of them are easy, 1's hard.
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden's one of the easy ones, and then
Okay.
the other.
Is Odin the oldest of this group?
No, they're all 2000s. I don't know when this award
Kevin
started.
Durant.
Uh-uh.
Oh, wait, same age. So it could be.
Yeah, come on, boys. The other easy one.
Oh, Zion?
Uh-uh.
Other easy one.
Gatorade player, 2 national Gatorade Player of the Years. Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Cooper Flag.
He still plays in the league. He might have some sciatica issues right now.
Oh, LeBron.
LeBron James is the other one.
Who?
LeBron James. And the third, real quick, Kentucky point guard from the Calipari era.
Ashton Higgins.
No.
Teague?
No. Oh, I know this.
John
Brandon
Wall.
Knight.
Brandon Knight.
Yep.
What a
Wow. I remember
right?
Okay.
Brandon Knight was.
That's great trivia right there.
So shout that. Yeah, Duke. Shout Isaiah Evans looked really good. Yeah, that's basically everything before the weekend. Anything you guys want to say on that? Oh, I guess UNLV lost to UT Martin, which tough in Mountain
Oh,
West.
just talking about games real quick.
Yeah, I'm just anything else.
I have 2 games I want
Please,
to talk about
please.
real quick. Bama St. John's was so much fun
Oh
to
yeah,
watch.
so yeah, we'll get to the weekend now. Then go ahead. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Pre-weekend now.
Yeah.
I had
Mhm.
nothing.
Perfect. Yeah, go right. Yeah, lead us off, Crab.
Bama St. John's was so much fun to watch. MSG was electric. And I always pull for Bama for the SEC or whatnot. I really wanted St. John's to actually win that game because of how amazing those fans were. And just even having on the baseline, what was it? New York's team, or
Oh, is that what? Yeah, we were watching together. I
Yeah.
think is what it said. Yeah.
that crowd was electric. That game was electric. It went back and forth. Well, Bama kept, getting 9-11, and then St. John's would cut to 2. They would go back to 9-11, and just kept going back and forth.
Little yo-yo game.
Mm-hmm.
But just a lot of fun. So, and the fact that we're getting Nick and I were talking about this while we were watching the game. We're getting all these, just like that slate tonight, all these non-conference games that are being scheduled now are amazing. So
Awesome.
that was one of the 2 games I want to talk about.
Well, and going off that on the non-conference stuff, we had talked about on the first show of this season how there are coaches at the mid-major level who are like, we're getting shut out. We're getting pushed
struggling
out
to get games.
because we can't do, we can't schedule different types of games and stuff. But as reference to tonight's slate, you have Florida State, Duke, Army, Kentucky, Louisville, Auburn, Wofford. We got to keep an eye on that one. Wake Forest at Michigan, Creighton, Gonzaga, and Ball State travels to Wisconsin.
Well, I have the whole list right here. We can, yeah. Did you mention Creighton, Gonzaga? Yeah, I think you hit all of it. Memphis, Ole Miss. Did you get that?
That is tonight, isn't it?
So yeah, Dayton plays Cincinnati too. Yeah,
Dayton,
so
Cincy.
Again, which things about the timing of this, these games already happened, but yeah, like you said, Jake, just an awesome Tuesday slate. I don't want to say that St. John's Bama game. Phylon 25, Holloway 21, Wright 17. Their guards are insane, dude. There's this. Oh, by the way, Bama. You talk about non-conference, Jake. There's 4-game stretch of St. John's, Purdue, Illinois, Gonzaga for Bama. Real quick on the other side for St. John's, Subi Ejiofor, dude, is nasty. 27-10, 21 the first half, and St. John's doesn't have a point guard, so that's something to follow the rest of the
according
year.
to Patino, there are no point guards anymore.
Well, he had a quote. I can't remember about the preview show. Ian Jackson, he says the next great St. John's point guard 2 months ago, and he's not even starting. So shout out
Is
to boy.
Jackson the one that he said that he just comes on the court and at least once a game or once in practice, he just gives the ball to the other team? He goes, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he just gives it to them.
Other weekend ones, Georgetown did beat Maryland. Shout them at Philly, guys. First notable win. Again, jump in if you guys have anything to say about any of these games, please. Michigan State beat Arkansas 69-66.
That's the one I want to talk about. Is good old Trayvon Brazil. Not suspended, but gave an apology for. It did look somewhat.
I did not have this on the funnies. Thank you for pulling this
Okay,
up.
well then I'll wait.
No, I did not.
Oh, you did
Thank you for
So add
bringing this
this
up.
in there.
If he wants to Google this, people that listen, they're walking to the tunnel after losing at Michigan State, and he basically whips a student with his towel. But I've watched the clip a few times.
A student.
He actually may have actually done it. I really don't know.
Oh, I think he 1,000% hits him, and the student act like he got sniped.
Oh yeah,
As he should. As he should.
That's for sure. It was definitely a LeBron.
He should show up
flop.
like Christopher Moltisanti in the neck brace
So
all week on campus.
my guess is what happened is he's walking towards the tunnel, sees this little crap staring at him, probably taunting him, and he just puts his head down because he definitely is not looking at him. It's not like he turned and slapped him. It's definitely backing, but he pulls it off very well. So he might be a sniper. I don't know.
Well, it looks like it wasn't his first time doing this.
That's my point. Like maybe it was calculated. So it's either very innocent or, yeah, like Jake said, it's not his first time. It's not as bad as what's his name?
Well, it kind of reminds me.
Brandon Ingram's.
I was about to bring that up.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for everyone see Brandon Ingram forward for the Raptors spiked his water bottle and it smoked an attendant.
And then
No apology.
No apology, nothing.
And it doesn't even help clean it up.
No.
It just sits there while the 3 guys sit there and wipe it up.
Which at that level, I guess you probably don't clean it, but at least be like, "Are you okay, my man?"
Right, just not have like the, natural human reaction.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
How many people just learn Brandon Ingram play for the Raptors, by the way? Listen to the pod. That's why you listen. So shout out.
Another thing from this game,
Uh-huh.
which something that we will discuss all year long, is the Coach Cal presser.
Uh-huh.
Did anybody see this? So he said, and I quote, "I just don't like playing friends." Sir, you and your friend Tom Izzo scheduled this game together. So what do you mean you don't like playing it?
Well, to be fair, if you schedule it doesn't mean you like doing it.
No, I'm just he went on this thing about if we won, since we lost, like
well,
I'm happy
honestly,
for
it's his
him and
second year
team.
there. He may have not scheduled his game.
Him and Izzo did schedule this.
Okay.
I did some a little investigative research on that one, Nick.
There you go.
But him and Izzo's the wives had just met for the first time over this weekend as well, which I thought was interesting.
With their friends?
Yeah,
Their wives have never met?
that's
Yeah, that's a great point.
Could have never a double date or
I guess not.
a little barbecue at the house?
Well, I'm just laughing. We've been talking about this game. I'm not sure we've mentioned a single part of the actual gameplay so far. We have whipping student sections and cal pressers,
Double dates.
double dates, shout. Hey, every two-man's great. So shout for Cal and Izzo running the two-man. We shout to, right? Running the two-man, it's not the kids say? Double date?
Yeah.
What do you, I don't insinuate anything dirty, Jake Mills. Shout Michigan State, they're 1 of 14 from 3 in this game and still won.
Sparty way.
Michigan State has a freshman named Cam Ward, who has their lead scorer, so another Cam Ward.
Titans must not have been doing too well. By the way, another freshman that is a dog.
Literally.
This class is incredible, isn't it? We'll see it. We said it once. We'll say it again. We'll say it all year. Incredible. But yeah.
In the Veterans Classic happened on Friday. Hey, the reason I bring it up, happy Veterans Day, everyone.
Day.
For everyone out there, support the troops. I just want to bring it up in the Veterans Classic. Patriot favorite, Navy, got blown out by Ivy favorite, Yale. So shout out Yale. They play Alabama.
Yale may run it in the Ivy, like go undefeated.
They play Bama in a non-con.
And they lost the Axel.
They lost the Axel, too.
That's even crazier to think about.
Jake, you mentioned IU. My Aggies got destroyed by Oklahoma State. We don't have to talk about that. And 2 notable results from last night. Iowa State beat Mississippi State. Did you guys get to see that at all?
Watch the second half of that.
Hubbard and Lipsy were great. And JC Xavier got destroyed by Santa Clara last night.
That one, I saw the score at halftime. And,
Did I see Santa Clara?
yeah.
Do you know who you're talking to over here?
So 87-68 Santa Clara. Anything you guys want to add that we missed from the past week or so, boys? Before we get to our performances that we liked. Anything at all?
Team to watch, by the way.
Ooh.
I think they lost to Butler the other day.
IUND?
They can score.
Which they have not been able to do
Ever.
in a long time.
A team that has not made the tournament since they lost as a 16 seed to Kentucky of all teams, I think in
04.
04. Okay. I remember I was in middle school and our teacher actually put the game on because it's like one of the noon games.
Did they do like was like the one you split out?
would that-
from the
No, it was
classroom?
actually in the corner, shockingly.
Oh.
Would that have been George Hill?
No, it was actually before him.
I think just right before.
Yeah.
Oh, he was one and done there, wasn't he?
No idea.
I think he left there as a junior year.
Yeah,
What's
3.
your age then? Oh, so he'd have been a freshman in 05. Sorry. Okay, now I'm on the same.
I was 1940, Jake. But IU Indy they went to Ohio State and dropped like 104 points.
Oh, yeah.
106 points, something like that. So new coach and it is run and gun. So IU Indy.
I was ready to say, does anyone know who the coach is there now?
I've heard his name. I was actually listening to local
Jake?
radio and they said it. I thought I'd heard his name before. I thought he came from D2 and brought 3 of his players with him.
Good old Ben Hallett.
Where was he?
Western Liberty University.
Thank you. Yes.
Or West Liberty is where he was.
West Lib. Good. Yeah, we told IU people, or I guess, sorry, IU Indy now. We've always said they should be just a little bit better. I know it's a tough place to, I guess, recruit and get people to stay, but like, it just seems like they're awful all the time.
Yeah, well,
It was all just
2
talent
things.
around
1,
here.
shout out to my house, my wife, alumni of IU Indy. 2, the thing I don't get about them is you're in downtown Indianapolis. You have this.
You don't play in downtown Indianapolis, which is funny.
Yeah, correct. but you have this threshold of all this hidden talent in Indianapolis. I can't believe they don't just go get the second best player from North Central, Lawrence North, Lawrence Central, Warren Central, Carmel, Nobles, or whatever, and just build that every single year. And just put like an Indiana all-star team together that are, again, D2, D3 offers, and just, I feel like that'd be not an easy recruiting job. I don't want to dismiss how hard that is.
Well, I think part of the problem is they have no money. Like, and yes, I'm calling you out. George Hill, write a fucking check. I'll delete that.
Wow.
Write a check.
Come on,
the world of NIL.
Come on the pod, George Hill.
Yeah.
Listen to our producer.
Let's take a question real quick. What do you think George Hill's career earnings are?
I'm not going through George Hill's career.
My point is, you're in a world of NIL. You can go to these AAU programs, go get the second and third best player off each team.
Maybe he doesn't
But-
care about the school.
UIndy and Marion and Wesleyan and Taylor, all these other schools that are NAI and D2 are just picking out what you're talking about.
We revved his engine.
This man made $114 million in his NBA career.
Well, so Delonte West, and look at him now.
Go write a check. Let your team at least do something. It's pathetic.
This is a call to action to George Hill, darn it.
It is.
PA
Write
right
a
here.
check.
Fix the Jaguars now.
Half it's a write-off. Just write the check.
Half it's a write-off.
Speaking of Jaguars, how about that blown lead yesterday?
Who? Oh, the Jaguars.
They were jagging off
2
in the
days
third.
ago.
Fourth
They were
quarter.
not jagging off in Houston. Don't tell Deshaun Watson.
All right.
That was big for the Colts, which was nice. Yeah, I think that's all the results we missed from last time we were gone. Again, we'll talk more about, I'm sure, the results we won't get to talk about tonight. Boys, any performance you guys want to shout out? Crab, I know you I asked real quick, Jake, did you have anything else you wanted to hit? I know you had a giant list over there.
They kind of go into performance, so we can go ahead and
Cool.
start there because these next two people I want to talk about
Perfect.
go into performance.
Dusty, lead us off if you could, please.
Mine was Koa Pete because I want to talk about his family. So we can fast forward a little
If
bit.
Dusty walks in next
How about
week with a
Tua?
Koa Pete
Big win?
jersey.
Tua did not play that well, but Achan,
Dog.
big win for the Dolphins. If you guys can see the fan cave right there, Eat It Bills. Which you can okay, that's my performance of the weekend is Mike McDaniel swinging by the elbow room after the game and giving a little brag, a little wave on his way
Did you
back
see
to
his presser?
Yeah, when he
Claimed it was AI.
yeah. Well, he said he does live by the elbow room.
Was he wearing his capris at the elbow room too?
I hope so.
Hope so too.
He didn't go inside, but he just drove by, put his window down.
Oh,
and
just okay.
yeah. But he definitely because there's other footage that came out today that he's definitely staring at everyone and just had his
his head's hanging out the window.
yeah.
Jake, performances you want to shout out?
Fellas, I know we kind of touched on Purdue already. Fletcher Lawyer can actually now shoot. This man has been someone who has been a glorified shooter up until every big game, I think, in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has now hit, I think, 16 threes to start the year, which is second in the country in terms of total makes, and including 7 threes in his 30-point performance career high against in their opening night win. So I mean, again, he's someone that if he is actually going for them and continues to shoot the ball like this, I know it was inside Mackey, but I think that can be a huge component for Purdue, and he's been fun to watch to start. And the other guy is off the bench for South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
You have Eli Ellis. For those who do not know, Eli Ellis is a social media phenom. He is somebody who I believe is Overtime Elite's all-time leading scorer. Yes, OTE hasn't been out very long and hasn't existed for a long period of time, and guys come and go from
there's
it.
a lot of talent that's gone through.
Yeah, but when you're a 6-foot guard, 6-foot white guard that it can put the ball in the hole, he took 16 shots in the first 12 minutes of the South Carolina game the other night.
Hell yeah.
And led him in scoring off the bench as they battled. Damn it, I didn't write it down. They went to overtime 2 nights ago on Sunday night
I'm sure they did.
against someone they shouldn't have. Oh, Southern Miss. They were playing Southern Miss. South Carolina versus Southern Miss battle. But I mean, he by far was the
Shout
best player.
out Lady of the Pod, Kelly Donahoe.
Mom of the
went to-
pod.
Mom of the pod.
Yeah, Mom of the Pod
Mhm.
now went to Southern Miss.
Yep. But no, Eli Ellis is definitely on the players to watch from South Carolina. Got a little swag, got a little chip on his shoulder. It'd be someone that I think a lot of fans will come to love until he puts 30 on you and you'll probably hate him.
And also shout Brett Favre, crook. Keep going.
Fabry.
Fabry. Just for the record, I just looked up. Fletcher Lawyer shot 44% from 3 each of the last 2 seasons. Pretty good.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But now he's officially gotten your respect, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't show.
Shout Fletch, shout the Boilermaker faithful. I have a shout. I kept hinting at this earlier. Another stud freshman from Virginia Tech, which I believe in our preview pod we flat out just laughed about Tech when they got brought up. I can't remember who I pointed at. We had nothing. It was
I had-
crickets. So
Next to Vontae, I literally had a dash next to my preview notes.
well, we can call him the Dash then. Oh boy, let's see if I can pronounce his name. Nicolas Avadalis.
Oh my gosh, yeah. this
Avadalis?
guy.
Avadalis. Thank you, producer Jake.
Yeah, it
So
looks like-
Von Tech beat
he looks
Providence.
like Porzingis.
Is he?
I'm just saying, he looks like the way
So
he
he-
plays.
And he's like a Luka. He was 15 years old.
Yeah, he's got comparisons to who went to BYU, drafted by the Nets.
Igor.
Igor Denham's apparently he's a big time compared to. But yeah, he had 33 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and a 107-101 win over Providence. Again, just another freshman. He seems nasty.
Are you aware how he got to Virginia Tech?
I saw a friend of the pod.
Plane.
by plane.
I believe friend of the pod, Kyle Guy, had an interesting quote tree about him.
Well, so
I wonder if this is where it's heading.
Well, that tweet is referring to the fact that he was going to go to Virginia.
Okay.
However, which all springs from the relationship, he has the same agent as the Antetokounmpos, as a player from Greece. So which all strings back to the NBA connection under Mike Young, which is how he got there. But his agent and Mike Young's number 2 are like best friends. Who was at a random D2 school last year, has now joined Mike Young at Virginia Tech. Mini-me.
Number 2.
But yes, that Kyle had a tweet about it. But also remember, Kyle and Alex Antetokounmpo played together 2 years ago in the ACB league over in Spain, along with this kid at 15 years old. So Kyle does have a relationship with him, and there was a tie to Virginia, but after they decided to go elsewhere in their coaching realms, he opened the book up and went down the street to Blacksburg.
Which, yeah, shout out to Bob Teggy, and Providence is a decently good team. They're like a fringe tournament team, so maybe the ACC is gonna have a little bit more depth this year. But
well, and also that's another part. Like also too, we had another side tangent. We had a third finally G League guy commit in college basketball today, going to BYU. So I'm sure Izzo will have more comments on that. But similar to our guy at Virginia Tech, was similar to Luka Doncic. He was 15 years old playing professional basketball. So 5 years ago, he's not even allowed to be at Virginia Tech because he has received payments at 15, 16, 17 years old to play professional basketball, and he won't even be eligible. So it's part of me likes the fact that it raises the level of competition of basketball, that he's able to come play along with some of these G League guys, but also to amateurism's dead. But that's a side tangent.
It's been dead. Yeah, anything else to add? Any other performances you want to shout out? I guess shout out my boy Colin Chandler, yammed on someone on poor Nicholls State.
Yes.
After they could not hit the side of the barn for the whole first half. But yeah, shout out my boy Colin Chandler. The Whites, we're still here. All right, boys. Yeah, I think that's everything we're gonna hit there. Previews. There are also exciting games to look forward to this week. Jake hit on everything on Tuesday night. If you missed it, I'm sure you can rewind. Technology's a beautiful thing. Wednesday night, the only thing I have.
Oh, we missed one game on Tuesday.
Please.
Quiet! We have the Coach K Classic going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you tell me why in the hell anywhere else besides of Coach K, because it's not being announced that it's for Coach K, but Duke is traveling to Army tonight as a 30-point favorite.
Veterans Day.
It's a perfect PR, isn't it? Yeah, it's Veterans Day. Coach K went
So Duke's
there.
going to play back-to-back games, one kissing the ass of Dickie V, and the next game is going to be kissing the ass of Coach K. Who's third on the list?
Bob Knight.
Bob looked like the guy that was sitting on your lap last week.
It should be Daniel Jones. Shout. The only good Dookie out there. Shout Danny Dimes. But yeah, I forgot Duke is going to Army.
Grayson Allen had 40+ last night.
Can we hear your quiet real quick?
Quiet! He's one of us!
That's the worst one.
Aubrey wasn't great. He was magnificent.
You're not welcome on the pod, Coach K. I'm going to say it right now. The only normal game Wednesday, I wrote this down, is Tulsa, Oral Roberts. I mentioned the Veterans Classic earlier. Tulsa smoked Rhode Island in the Veterans Classic. Tulsa up 20 spots in KenPom. So, sleeper American pick. You heard it here first. And Archie Miller, I have no idea what's going on at Rhode Island. God bless you. But Tulsa, Oral Roberts. I believe they're both in Tulsa, right? What's that called? Inter-city rivalry? Crosstown rivalry. Thank you.
Well, be careful there. There might be a trademark on that in Cincinnati.
Good point.
Why doesn't, for such a small state, why doesn't Rhode Island Providence have a rivalry?
Do they? Because I think they should be right. They really.
We'll see if they play.
They're probably like 5 minutes from each other. I mean,
don't trash talk Providence fans. They're very aggressive. Remember they did to Ed Cooley?
yeah.
Let's be careful.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Craig.
Oh,
yeah.
I bet it has something to do with Hurley.
It goes back. So yeah, Wednesday night, Tulsa or Roberts if you're bored enough. There you go. Thursday, the big one. Robbie's Boilers are at Alabama. Yeah, big one. Obviously, they played last year. Return the favor. Then run through the rest. Friday, Michigan at TCU.
32 miles, by the way, from Rhode Island to Providence.
It's a long road. And on that island. Yeah, Friday, Michigan at TCU. Michigan plays Wake Forest tonight and TCU on Friday, so they're just playing random Power 5 schools. All credit to you. Zona plays UCLA at the Clippers Arena. Cameron, is it the Intuit Dome, I believe?
Intuit Dome, yes.
Intuit Dome. Gonzaga at Arizona State as well, Friday. Saturday, Clemson at Georgetown. BYU, UConn. The Celtics Arena, which is TD Garden. I think they changed the name. I can't remember now.
Did they really?
Just the garden.
Is it just the Garden? And then Oklahoma plays Nebraska in Sioux Falls, so shout out to that. And then Sunday, Notre Dame at Ohio State. Houston versus Auburn in Birmingham. Dusty's wife, Haley, will be boots on the ground on assignment. She's staying over the weekend. That's a very inside joke. UNLV at Memphis. And Jake Skaters play Miami in Jacksonville all on Sunday. Anything you guys got to say about all those games I rambled off? Anyone, boys and girls? Anything from your hearts?
Fun fact.
No?
Florida and Miami have not played outside of Jacksonville since the 1990s.
That's a fun fact.
Which
What's
makes no
the,
sense, as both of them are going north.
So Florida's full blown. What's the football trophy called? The Seminole War thing? Isn't that
The
between the three schools, Florida State, Miami, and Florida? That was called the Seminole War.
It's a Gaynell Kane. They put it all together.
That was pretty quick and witty. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Florida's going for that in basketball just in 5 days.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
well,
I don't know. That Florida State coach, man. I don't know.
Well, the Florida Classic is what that on Sunday is.
I don't know. I'm just saying
And so-
football. It's called like a Seminole War Canoe or something. The three teams play. It's how, like, what do the like Navy, Army, Air Force play for it? The Commanders Cup every year. Florida and Florida State and Miami have some type of trophy that whoever wins the state title each year. Sorry, anyways.
No, yeah, I like this. And that's our analysis of all those games coming up. Again, lots, like I was saying earlier, lots of good just non-con games this week, and Feast Week we're not even at yet. So, which brings us to a segment Robbie loved to do and tease us for last year. I don't know, we call it our favorite bets of the week. Our locks, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Does our current administration have the capabilities of doing the lock noise?
Yeah, it's going to be in there.
Cool. Do we have to like sit for a second or
It's already
something?
been played.
Okay, good. Thank you, producer Jake. That sounded
I'm
magnificent.
going to so forget to add that in.
I hope you do now. I'll go first on this one. Why not? I like to go first sometimes. My pick of the week. I love this one. Purdue, Alabama. Shout out Nate Hahn. I'm taking the under in this one. Bama scored 1 billion points against St. John's. I think they're going to juice the heck out of this number. I don't even know what it is. I couldn't find it. And I think Purdue, they're going to watch a film. They're going to make sure to play a little slower pace a little bit. I'm sure Lloyd will cool off just a smidge. And this game was 87-78 last year, which I think will be less than what the under will be in this game. The over-under this. So under in Boilers and Elephants. Lock it in.
Lock it in. Crab?
We mentioned this game already. Ball State at Wisconsin night, plus 26.5, my alma mater. And, of course, a team I didn't play for but was on the roster.
Hey, someone put him through practice.
Yeah, I had some great stories from that. We should get off the Kentucky stories at some point. Some Ball State ones are hilarious, too. Ball State's led by two players, Armani Ziegler, who's a transfer from St. Peter's. So he's now a junior. And Davion Hill, who started at Missouri State, was redshirted, went to Northwest Florida State College.
Of course.
Redshirted there as well. Then came to Ball State. They both averaged 16 points a game. I think one of them 16.5. I know it's 2 games in. Apparently he's a very dynamic guard-forward duo. And if you guys get bored, Davion Hill, his team picture is worse than Boogie Flans.
Is it worse than Deron Williams?
No. I mean, I think that's still the pinnacle. So I'll take Ball State plus 26.5 at Wisconsin. Hard place to play. And shout out to Wisconsin for their random football upset over Washington over the weekend.
Yeah.
13-10.
They're now the true UW, is what Wisconsin Twitter was saying.
I
So
like that. I like
there you
that.
go, Badgers. You mentioned Wisconsin, tough place to play. Would you say the same about Ball State as was it called the Nest, right?
Yeah, the Nest. I'll tell you a quick story with that. We played Butler
Mm-hmm.
the 1 year I was on the team, and Butler was ranked. This is when they're on their. I think that they may have gone to the Final Four that year.
It was Hayward's on the team,
Yeah,
right?
Hayward was on the team as a sellout, so the Nest was sold out, which for
Sold
those that
out
don't
or
know,
when they had the tarps up there still?
no, it was
I was there.
it was sold out. And for those that know, it's actually a pretty big stadium
Yeah.
for a mid-major. I think it holds close to 10,000. And I believe it was after the under 16 timeout. It was probably close to halfway full.
Northern holds.
The birds were literally leaving the nest that night.
Yeah.
It was tough.
They opened the roof. They let all the birds out. I think it's 8,000.
11,500.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout the nest. That place, we need the nest rocking
Yes, we
again.
do.
So
Come play at the Nest, Wisconsin.
nest around and find out.
Yes.
Jake,
Chirp, chirp.
chirp, chirp. What's your lock?
My lock of the week, we're going to fast forward later in the week to my birthday this Friday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you. Coming up. This Friday, there is a fun matchup that I love that we have going on.
Westfield Fisher sectional title?
No, I think sectional football is over.
No, it's not. We had a discussion yesterday.
Oh, we did?
Well, Nick and I did.
But
our source being our dear mother, so
Correct.
hopefully.
But on Friday on True TV at 8:30 p.m., it is not Impractical Jokers. It is well, it could be. It is the battle.
I think Sal's going to get third.
Speaking of which, did you guys see Murr? Side tangent. Murr was at Clayton's downtown Indy yesterday.
No.
Yeah, he went on stage and was just giving out jokes, doing like stand up or whatever.
Okay, Murr.
Shots Clayton's. But the Battle of Chicago is going on Friday nights at 8:30, November 14th.
DePaul, Chicago
DePaul
State.
is hosting Northwestern.
Okay.
Oh.
And there is no line currently out. I can check Kim Palm in a second to see what the projection would be. But my lock might be my lock of 2025, DePaul money line.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay, DePaul.
So
we are.
DePaul is going to crown themselves the kings of Chicago. But they might have to argue with Chicago
I'm
State.
going to say we got Loyola, too.
Yeah, but they're dead.
Are the Ramblers dead?
Well,
Okay. That's the joke we're going to make.
the Rambler herself is.
So locking in Battle of Chicago.
DePaul.
Happy early birthday again, Jake. And Kathy, if you are listening, you are a ball knower, by the way. I kind of downplayed you there for a second. But yeah, locking in everyone.
Kathy watches more ball than you.
Yeah, shout out our mother. She stayed for that whole 18-inning Dodgers Blue Jays game. Stayed up till 3 a.m. That's a ball gal.
There were 2 times
By herself.
By herself.
I would argue that I might be the biggest baseball fan in our family, and there are 2 times during the playoffs that I fell asleep and woke up to text from our mother, seeing if I was still awake watching games. So good.
The
for
best
her.
would be if she just walked over and knocked on the window and be like, hey, get your ass up.
Which real quick, we mentioned earlier about Dad coming on. For people who don't know, again, our dad's the reason me and Dutch are Kentucky fans. Our mother, IU cheerleader, we might need to get him on for a little game preview this year when IU Kentucky.
yeah.
Little talk.
Hey, when's that?
December 13th.
Yep.
They will both be in attendance. So yeah,
I-
enough of our boring parents.
IU's
We're probably
got a fun December.
40th anniversary on Sunday,
Yep.
right? So shout out.
Yeah, it's Jake's birthday.
Yeah.
40 years.
So to recap, Jake's birthday, parents' 40th, and Battle of Chicago this weekend. So everyone tune in. All right, boys, we're kind of in the wrap-up portion of the show, so it's time for segments and stuff. Jake, how about you lead us off now? With your segment again, like Team to Watch, right? Something like that?
My team of the
I
week.
thought it was going to be like meal of the night.
Hey, you lost some
Meal
weight,
of the
Jakey.
night.
Jake has lost a lot of weight, so cheers to that.
The number 6 at Wendy's, let me
But
tell you.
it'll never change that this man does love to eat, and he's very good about that, but he has lost a ton of weight.
Mhm.
Very proud of him.
No Ozempic either.
Yeah, Mom does not believe me. I don't know if you guys know that. She has asked me what I've been taking. I was like, nothing. I just don't eat.
I'm going to whisper to her tonight. Hey, I saw Jake back on the
I don't like getting flu shots because of needles. You think I'm shoving a skinny needle in me?
Hey, Mom, we're really concerned. Jake's addicted to the
Jake-
O's.
Hey, in the middle of the podcast, Jake was just shoving this inside his body. I don't really know if we should call
He calls it
No
the
free
Oz.
ads.
Yeah, the Oz. The Wizard of Oz is back.
Jake, what's your team of the week?
My team of the week is shout out to former NBA insider and news reporter. The St. Bonaventure Bonnies are off to a 2-0 start this year. They have a couple key games coming up. They have Robert Morris, North Carolina, East Carolina, Florida Atlantic, all coming up here in November. As well as they travel to VCU before conference play starts actually that's a New Year's Eve game. So St. Bonaventure's actually done a pretty good job. They have some good players on their team. Being led by Daryl Simmons, as well as Frank Mitchell, who is one hell of a backcourt. But yeah, keep the Bonnies on your schedule. If a lot of their games can be found on YouTube, not YouTube TV. The
No games can be found right now on
thing,
YouTube
but
TV.
if you are a fan of Field of 68. They do, have
A YouTube channel.
Yeah, you go on YouTube and search for St. Bonaventure, and you'll find the live streams. That's where actually a lot of for you listeners, a lot of small teams do that nowadays to get some preview, to get viewership out there, as well as they make money off of it. So rather than making us pay for more systems that don't work, shout out YouTube TV. Go on there and search on YouTube. But St. Bonaventure's been my team to watch. Looking forward to their stretch here in November coming up.
Shout out Melvin Council Jr. too. They lost him to Kansas, and
that's right.
they're still keep on going. Okay, if you don't mind, can I do my funnies first before you?
Yeah,
okay?
I have a quick story, but you go and I'll finish off with that. So
You're gonna finish off after me? Perfect. Alrighty. The Knicks funnies of the week. We had a lot of them while I was gone. First of all, shout out Richard Pitino. I should look up his tweets. He's just going nuclear on. Have you guys seen his Twitter at all? He's actually legitimately funny. So shout out Richard Pitino. He gave someone an F-, a fan, for not getting drunk enough at a game. Shout out to him. He gives grades to everyone. So shout out Richard Pitino.
I saw one of those. I know is Richie.
Yeah.
Here's his most recent tweet. Post-game grades, Anthem Girl, A+. And by the way, he does not put plus as in like the plus
he
symbol.
writes it out.
He writes Plus.
That's awesome.
So Anthem Girl, A+. Student section, A+. Dre Unis, A, big fan. Offense, B-, 20 assists. Defense, F-, rebounding, C. Philip had 12 rebounds, though. So, again, he's just...
And again, some fan responded like, I didn't drink during the game. He quote tweets, gave him like a C- or something. So, shout out Richard Pitino. Your team lost by 20 to San Clara. So I'm glad you
It's still so ironic that Rick named his son Dick.
Another coach. Speaking of a guy who's been called that D word before, Mick Cronin said after their first game that last year he would have fired himself at certain points during the year.
Like, then do it.
Didn't do it. I know Mick Cronin. I'm glad coaches like Mick Cronin exist.
Yes.
We need more curmudgeons. They are the lifebread of this sport. I'm not sure that's the phrase. They are the lifebread of this sport. Some notable players that made me laugh. I already mentioned Caleb Wilson. I just love everything about that. Darren Peterson. If you're watching on YouTube, you saw me grab my pen because I had to write this down. Jake mentioned South Carolina. Michi Johnson. It did not dawn on me he's back at South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are following his career path, he started off Ohio State, went to South Carolina, went back to Ohio State, and Lord behold, he is once again in a game. He keeps going from buck to cock. So
it's like he's going with the divorced parents.
From nut to,
He's spending the weekends in different places.
from a nut to a gamecock. So shout out Michi Johnson for that. A couple more, then I'll wrap it up here. I had a tough Sunday. I had Texas A&M being really good this year and Marquette being really good this year, and they both lost by 23+. That was a tough Sunday for your boy. Thank you. Two more. Cal State Northridge women's beat Bethesda State women's 103-13. Start off on a 72-0 run.
Yep.
And shout out Coach Newman, who claimed the whole team. I just claimed this might be true. I have no idea. Said his whole team had the flu, and they only had 5 players available for the game. So
That was their flu game.
no flu game for them,
They
but
scored less than Jordan. Well, 3 times less than Jordan on their flu game as a team.
Cal State Northridge women's basketball.
What do you say at halftime down 47-0? What do you even say? Like, hey, let's just keep pushing. Like,
Right? Do you do coach speak, or do you
or do you just go in? Or do you go in there and be like, hey, girls, what do we want to set our goal at?
I would literally just be like, do you have any pride? Score. We need to score a literal basket, wherever it takes. But the funny of the week, this might be the funny of the year. Not only did Boise State lose to Hawaii Pacific, who, if no one has seen,
D2 school, right?
D2 school.
Did you see campus?
That's what I'm getting to. For people who have not seen,
Yes,
by the way,
this is
they were not top 25 in D2 or preseason ranked. They received votes. But they were not top 25 D2. Their campus
Aren't they still unranked in D2?
Yeah, surely they got ranked. But it's like in a shopping mall.
It's a former strip mall. It was a tourist strip mall that like you would go to, like the t-shirt shops, like when you're on like Daytona Beach, like that type of environment. It was that went completely bankrupt, went completely empty, and the school bought it and turned it into a campus.
And again, Boise State's like made the turn. Like this is a legit basketball program. This is not like some West teams I made.
They recruited a top 5 player in my class.
But the ultimate funny part, if people did not see this, I believe he's okay. A Hawaii Pacific player got hurt in the middle of the game. And he's like laying on his back. He's like his legs stretched up there like a L in a sense. And
Like stretching a cramp.
it's stretching a cramp, yeah. And God bless these trainers, these coaches, who they are. They're trying to like get him off the court, and they eventually just give up, and they drag him off the court while he's still in this
You know what?
court.
Just for our
position.
viewers on YouTube, this is bad podcasting, but you're going to see Disney's bed here in a moment. This is what they did.
Literally,
They literally just yanked him.
it's kind of fitting. It's Veterans Day. It looked like a soldier on the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
that they're just trying to yank off.
like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, true.
When he's-
Like, and they're like, I would love if it was going through the player's head. Like, he's just in immense pain. They're just yanking you off the court. And again, this is who Boise State lost to.
Well,
That made us go back to a shopping mall as a dorm room. Like, shout out Hawaii Pacific.
But went back with the dub.
He's got science class and a little Johnny Rockets.
Shout out Johnny Rockets. There's a free ad, but please go watch it. I'm sure a lot of you seen it. It's so freaking funny. Shout out Hawaii Pacific.
This
and
sport.
This sport. That's gonna be tough to beat for the year. Crab, please to you, story time as we are 30 minutes till tip off.
Well, quick one. That happened to me actually in 8th grade, I think it was. I got kneed in the nuts during open gym. And my future high school coach, who coached Jake as well, his name was Coach McCullough. He literally goes, "Well, someone get him off the court." And they literally drugged me off the court and subbed in for me. So I can sympathize with him. So that happened to me. So quick story, very cool one. And
Real quick, who's the goalie? You ever seen that video, the Scott Sterling video? Where he keeps getting the goalie keeps getting in the face. When they drag him off at
The
one point,
volleyball one.
that's literally what this Hawaii Pacific guy looks like. So sorry for interrupting. That's
No, you're
you
fine.
saying that. Made me think of
very
it.
quick story, just very cool one as we're trying, it's because time's sake, we have a game about to tip off. So I met Tubby Smith twice in my life. Met him once when I was a little kid. I can't
In the
remember what
tub.
grade. Our older brother was at Kentucky basketball camp. My dad and I went to go pick him up. We were actually walking by down Champions Avenue, and Coach Smith was walking the other way, and my dad said, "Hey, Coach Smith, blah, blah." And I'm like, if you call him Tubby, like Bob and I probably would backhand him. But he said, "Coach Smith," and we talked to him for about 5 minutes, and immediately he was like, "This is like the nicest guy in the world." So fast forward to the 2010 Final Four. Actually, when I was playing at Ball State, I volunteered at the Final Four. And I went to the coaches, the convention center they have the national.
Well, and for people who don't know, the Final Four is the Super Bowl of coaches. Like that is every single coach in the country comes to the Final Four, and they all meet for these events and stuff.
Correct. So we were there, and I was walking through the convention center to get to. I was helping volunteer the slam dunk 3-point contest, and I saw Tubby, and so I'm trying because I was trying to get a coaching job after I've talked about this before after college, and I just said, "Hey, Coach Smith." Walked up, he shook my hand. And we started talking, and he asked who I was, whatnot. I was like, blah, blah, my name's Dusty Mills. I play Ball State, and he froze, and he goes, "Dusty Mills, like the Kentucky Dusty Mills." And I said, "Yes, yeah, Coach." And he said, "You're the one that had that little issue with Coach Gillespie, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yep, I learned a lot about him from that whole story." And there you go.
I did not know that he remembered you in reference. That's how
I
he
didn't
knew
say.
you.
I didn't say.
It was the
fake.
same day you got me to go on the court to do the.
That was the next day.
The next day. I did it at halftime of the Reese's
All-Star game,
senior All-Star game. I got to go down at Lucas Oil and do the cornhole
right?
like at halftime during the games and stuff.
They needed
And I got
someone
my ass kicked by some 12-year-old girl.
He was smoked.
You're too focused on the Reese's mascot. Sorry, that was too easy.
No, that's a great dismount. He has lost weight.
Yeah, it's lost weight.
Oh, good thing I can cut this pod.
Shout out Tubby Smith. Yeah, that's basically our show. Thank you guys for watching. I guess before we go, shout outs. Shout outs before we go.
Go Cats. Yeah, go Cats tonight. That's all I got.
Cats.
What a fun night.
I
Go
got
Cats.
shout outs real quick.
Go.
Shout disgruntled Lone Star basketball persons for 2 reasons. One, I was at Miles Turner's return to Indy last week. We can talk more about the future. I think deserve.
Shout out Albert Sangoon for schooling the crap out of Miles Turner the other night. Go Rockets.
So good.
Sorry, keep going.
But the real story, Nico Harrison got fired today. What a ride. Shout. Good for you, Mavericks fans. I still can't believe that trade happened.
He dug his grave.
Literally dug his grave. So shout Lone Star basketball personnel. Jake, shouts before we go.
I cannot believe we've gone this whole show and it has not got mentioned. But my final shout out and dismount was breaking news from Scott Hughes this afternoon.
Wait. So that was Scott Hughes tweeted this? Or that's the guy who's like tweet a lot of fake stuff.
Oh, did Dusty get ball sacked? And did I get ball sacked?
I just know that's like that Scott Hughes guy tweet out the Woj thing too.
So the Chad Baker Mazzaro news might be fake.
Have we got any other source?
I'm going to check right now. This is great podcasting.
I know. I'm about to try and figure it
That's
out.
the only reason I didn't want to say I didn't want to be fooled by the internet.
Yeah, and Mark Pope is coaching.
Oh, yep. Ryan Karji literally quoted said, "This is false. He is at practice right now. I'm watching him."
So shout out to
fake news.
Yeah, fake news out there.
Don't get ball sacked this season. Ball sacked /
I'm saying, if you
intel.
older people out there, he's referring to don't fall for fake things on Twitter.
Yeah,
They don't know what he's
Sintel. Ball sacked is a term from a page.
There's probably people saying, what does he mean by that?
What do you think our oldest listener? How old do you think they are? You don't listen.
No, I don't. You're right.
We gotta get out of here. Thank you all for listening
Go
so
Cats.
much.
See you all.
Go Cats. Enjoy the basketball.
Thank you to our veterans.
Thank you and shout
you,
the troops. We'll get a regular schedule here soon. It's preseason for all of us still. Whatever. Go Cats.